Torpedo SwimRun Moon took place yesterday at Cradle Moon Lakeside Reserve in Mildersdrift. It's a swimrun event that ditches triathlon's flashy gear for off-road and open water adventure. Athletes run in their costumes, wetsuits, and they swim in their running shoes. Believe it or not, the sport is still relatively new in South Africa. And to speak more on this, I'm now joined by Ryan Stramrood. A very good morning to you, Ryan. First of all, I'm going to need you to school me a little bit here. What exactly is swimrun and how does it work?
Well, your intro was fairly spot on. Good morning to everybody, firstly. It's similar to a triathlon, except you don't have the third discipline, and secondly, you don't have the transition zone. So you literally swim in what you run in. So what you start with is what you finish with. And that's the concept a lot of people can't get their heads around. Imagine swimming with your running shoes on and then running with wet shoes. But as soon as you get your head around that, it's actually really easy and fun. But that's exactly what it is. You run on beautiful trails and then you dive in the water and you swim whatever route it is and you climb out again and you run the next bit.
Yeah, doesn't sound easy at all, Ryan, but I know you are an extreme swimmer, so you are no stranger to the waters. You've done 3 swim runs before this one. What was the experience like with the Torpedo SwimRun Moon?
The Torpedo swim runs are absolutely awesome. You know, I live in Cape Town, so I've done quite a few down here in the Cape. So we run along the mountains and in the ocean. But this weekend with Tina, I was up in Mildersdrift and Cradle Moon Game Resort, where they held an event there, which was absolutely magical. So it's my first one out of the Cape. Just the organization is beautiful. The weather played along. It is safe as anything. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's for anyone. If you can swim, dude, if you've just got the basic skills of swimming and running, you can partake in a swim run. Simple as that.
Yeah, and you mentioned Tina. I was hoping to get a hold of Tina Mananyetso, but we've got some technical issues. But I want to talk to you a little bit about her. Is she up? Oh, she is up now. So let me try and see if she can hear me. Good morning, Tina. I'm joined by Tina Mananyetso. Now, she just took part in the Torpedo SwimRun. Tina, I was reading up on your story. You started swimming only in 2019, and already you're participating in swimruns. What is the experience like for you?
Oh, it was such a beautiful experience, and I never thought I can do it, especially for someone who started in 2019, not having proper training and everything. But yesterday it was beautiful. The confidence that I had yesterday because Ryan was there, it was amazing.
And just talk to me about the transition. I mean, you've done 2 Comrades marathons. You are a runner. What was the transition like, changing now from just running but also incorporating swimming in?
It was one of the difficult ones because from running, you run with your legs, and then here you have to use your body, hands, and your legs. So it was difficult, but I'm glad I made it.
Okay, I want to go back to Ryan very quickly. Ryan, I mean, like I said earlier, swimrun is still not so well known in the country. Do you see it gaining momentum and popularity?
I certainly do, and it has gained momentum and popularity since it launched only a few years ago. You know, I've watched the numbers grow, and I partake wherever I can. So, yeah, as soon as people, the one thing that everyone sticks on is the wet shoes and swimming with shoes, and it's really, it's not an issue at all, and it's just such awesome events, and you don't need that third discipline of being able to cycle with, obviously, all the gear that cycling comes with. So I do see it growing fantastically under Richard McMartin and his Torpedo team. I've got no doubt about that.
And I know that's Tina. I know you swam with Ryan. He is a big fan of yours. You finally completed the Torpedo SwimRun Moon. What is next for you? What do you have your sights set on?
I'd love to do triathlon one day, but I still need to do a lot of swimming, open water. Yeah, I think triathlon is the next thing that I'm going to do.
Ryan, like Tina's saying, we've been getting a lot of comparisons of swimrun to triathlon. You also touched on this, but I would say swimrun is a little bit more difficult. What advice do you have for anyone who's looking to get into swimrun?
Advice I have is take a leaf out of Tina's book. Tina 2 years ago couldn't swim, taught herself, and now has competed in the Cradle Moon event. And I was alongside her, and she was absolutely brilliant. And I think, although it's a difficult event, she had no problem. So I hope that's a message and inspiration to thousands of people that really get off the couch and give it a go. It's really not difficult. You've got to get fit, you've got to do some training, and stop worrying about wet shoes and the swimming part. The swims are all relatively short, so they're broken up into segments, and the running is broken up into segments as well, which makes swimrun even easier and more accessible to many.
All right, thank you so much for your time. We'll be keeping a keen eye on you and more swimrun competitions. That was Tina Mananyetse and Ryan Stramrood from Torpedo SwimRun Moon. Well,